Have you ever wondered how hope can rise from the darkest moments? Genesis 5 through 9 tells a story more ancient than we can imagine, one of a world overcome by chaos and a God who brings new beginnings from the flood. Today, let's discover what the story of Noah means for our lives and faith right now. Let's begin with the long genealogy in Genesis 5. Each name, each generation, reminds us that God sees every life and every story, even when the world seems to rush by. In a world drifting from God, one man, Noah, walked faithfully with the Lord. Isn't it amazing how one person's faithfulness can stand out when darkness surrounds us? What legacy will we leave through our faith today? Noah's righteousness didn't mean perfection. It meant choosing God when others did not. In Genesis 6, we see a world corrupted, yet Noah listened and obeyed. Just as God noticed Noah, he notices you too in your daily choices. Imagine the ripple of hope your obedience could bring in your family or community. As we reflect on Noah's obedience, let's move into the storm itself, a place where faith is truly tested and God's promises shine their brightest. Picture the days and nights Noah spent inside the ark as the rain fell. The world outside was chaos, but inside there was faith, a faith that waited on God's timing. Sometimes our lives feel like storms, and all we can do is wait in faith. Are you in a season of waiting, unsure of what comes next? Remember, God's presence was with Noah. He is with you too. Genesis 8 reminds us, even after the storm, Noah waited for God to open the door. Sometimes God's deliverance takes time, but his promises are sure. When the waters eventually receded, it wasn't just survival. It was a new start. Will we trust God to bring us through, believing that every ending can be a new beginning in his hands? From storm to sunrise, God's faithfulness never fails. Now let's look at the powerful promise God made, a sign for all generations. God's first covenant with humanity came after the flood. In Genesis 9, God sets a rainbow in the clouds, a sign that he will never again destroy the world with a flood. This is more than ancient history. It's an invitation to trust in God's merciful heart, no matter what floods we face in life. The rainbow reminds us that our God is a God of hope and new beginnings. So when you see storm clouds in your own life, remember, the same God who watched over Noah and made a covenant of grace is watching over you. Will you cling to his promise, trusting that your story too is held in his loving hands? The rainbow is God's signature over every new chapter he writes for us. As you go into this week, remember the story of Noah, the legacy of faith, the endurance through storms, and the covenant of hope God offers each of us. Will you trust him with your storm today? Spend time in prayer, share your journey in the comments, or subscribe for more encouragement rooted in God's word. Let's walk in hope together.